Hey,
Hey, Misbah, how are you?
I'm great, Kat. How's it going?
Yeah, very, very good. Very, very good. How are you guys that are there in the audience? How are you all doing?
Yeah, I was gonna say, look at the chat. We've got so many people joining us from all over the world today. Look at
I
that. We've
know,
got
we're so worldwide. I'm loving it.
Iraq, Tunisia. That's incredible.
Yeah, if you haven't already told us where you're from, make sure you comment so we know how many people we've got here. Let's see how many nationalities we can get this time in our
Yes,
webinar.
this is an international AppSmash festival, so we want to see where you're coming from, where you're joining us from. But already we can see lots of
Absolutely.
really cool places. We've got Nicolina from Croatia. Hey, welcome. Al Musawi from Kuwait. We've got Craig from Houston, Texas. Welcome, Craig. Lydia. Hey,
Yeah, hey,
Lydia.
Craig.
Absolute legend. Anne from Estonia. This never gets old, Kat. Seriously. I could read these
Oh my
comments all day.
gosh, we've got Bolivia, we've got Noya from Bolivia. Hola. Who else? We've got Tunisia.
India. Now I
Wow,
feel jealous.
really?
Yeah, you're saying hello in their languages. Come on.
I can just
I
do
can't,
Spanish and English, so they're
I
the
can't
only
compete
two.
with that.
So if any of you are
We'll
from
have
any
to,
Spanish-speaking countries, say hello as well. Would love to see it.
yeah, voila. Well, we can find. I know how to say. Okay, so we've got Muthanna from Iraq. Salaam alaikum, Muthanna. Welcome. So the Arab countries I can
Look
say.
at you.
That's about it.
Between me and
And
Mister, we've got a few languages going on here.
I know, right? And Poland as well. Shout out to any people from Poland in the chat. Please let us know which city in Poland you're joining us from. Obviously, Genially and Wakelet, we have had such an incredible relationship, an amazing partnership over the last few years. So many awesome things have happened, and we are so happy to join you all today for this session in the AppSmash Festival. It is going to be an incredible event. There is so much swag to give away. There are so many exciting things happening. And you're going to be able to hear from not only me and Kat, where we talk about Wakelet and Genially, but from like every edtech company in the business, like everybody. And you'll be able to learn some really cool things that you can take into your classrooms in the new school year. So thank you all so much for joining us. Kat, do you want to do a quick introduction for the folks who may not have met you before?
Yeah, so hello everyone, so lovely to meet you. So my name is Kat and I'm joining us here from Genially today. So I'm the country manager for the US education system. I always think I have one of the best jobs in the world because I get to work with educators worldwide to help them understand the value that Genially can bring to their classroom. And one of the fantastic things that we get to do, and one of the things we'll be talking about today, is show you how we can do some awesome app smashing with Genially and Wakelet. So really looking forward to showing that. And thanks, Wakelet, for inviting us along. We're really excited about it.
Thank you so much, Kat. And we love Genially not only because it's an incredible platform where you can create amazing things, but also because their approach to community is so similar to us. I know that Kat's going to get a chance to meet so many of you through this webinar. Go ahead and follow her on Twitter. And yeah, we love their approach. We love you the way that you approach your community. We love how international you are. So I know that there are going to be plenty of really cool ideas shared today. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go first, and I'm going to give everybody a very brief introduction to Wakelet, and then share with you how people are using Wakelet and Genially together. And then Kat's going to come and show you what it looks like from the Genially side. So some really exciting things to look forward to. And then after that, we're going to tell you how to activate a exclusive free trial of Wakelet Classrooms, and we have a few more announcements as well to share with you. But for the time being, say goodbye to Kat just for now. You're going to be left with me for the next few minutes, but Kat will jump in very shortly. See you soon, Kat.
Bye.
Awesome. So James, if you would be able to share my screen, that would be fantastic. Okay. So all of you, I'm sure, know how Wakelet works and you know what it does. Wakelet now for many years has been allowing teachers and students to collect, organize, and share any kind of online content, put it all into one place, and then share it out with whoever they want. You can use Wakelet for so many different things. The most popular way right now is for Wakelet portfolios. So students are able to create beautiful looking portfolios that they can share to enhance their future prospects and their potential. Teachers love Wakelet because it means that they can grab so many different pieces of content from all over the web, put them all in one place, and then share them out with their students and share them out to other people that matter as well. And the really cool thing about Wakelet is the fact that there are so many different pieces of content that you can add to a Wakelet collection. So if I'm creating a collection right now, right? I'm going to add a description. So I'm going to say webinar resources, for example. And then in this little section here, I have the ability to just copy and paste absolutely anything from the web. And in most cases, it will embed and it will look exactly how it should look. And your students and whoever's looking at the collection can interact with it. So to give you a quick idea of how that works, I've grabbed an article from the web here, which is a back-to-school checklist for busy teachers. This can be a resource from anywhere on the web. And if I go here and I copy and paste it, what's going to happen is that is going to embed into my Wakelet collection, and that now becomes a resource that I can edit and change and share. So if I just click this button and click edit, I can go ahead and edit this image. I can choose from lots of different places on where I can actually add an image, but I'm going to choose from Unsplash. Let's search classroom. This is really powerful because it not only allows you to add this type of content, but it also allows you to edit it and give it context as well. So this is what an item looks like. You can do the same thing with videos. So I've got a YouTube video here from Ditch That Textbook, the amazing Matt Miller. I'm going to go ahead, paste it into this box, and boom, the YouTube video displays exactly like that. Now, this is where the really, really exciting part comes in, because this is the essence of the Wakelet AppSmash Festival. What does it look like when we take different pieces of content from our partners and from other platforms that all of you are using every single day and add them to a Wakelet collection? Well, we've been at work and we've developed really cool partnerships with platforms to allow any of that content to actually display natively within a Wakelet collection. Now, Kat's going to show you some awesome stuff, but I love this. If you have a Genially creation, so imagine you've made this amazing creation on Genially, right? It's interactive, it's awesome, you're really engaging your class with it. There's lots of different colors popping on the screen here. There's lots of different ways that you can allow your students to learn. What if I just grabbed that link and added it to a Wakelet collection? What would happen? You guessed it, it embeds. Why is this so powerful, guys? It's so powerful because if you create an interactive quiz, an interactive presentation, something really, really beautiful on Genially, right? And you want to add some context around it. You want to allow your students to maybe jump in and say what they thought about it. You want your students to evidence the things that they've learned from this particular thing. Well, bam, you add it to a Wakelet collection and it becomes a whole new thing, right? Because now that I've got this here, I can go ahead, click the share button, share that collection with my class, and my class will jump on it, go through it. So check it out, it's working. It's working exactly like it would if I was on Genially, right? And once they're done looking at it, they can go ahead and add their own feedback. They can add their ideas. They can share what they thought about it. Or you can surround this Genially creation with lots of different links that add context to it, that provide those little hints at what it means and get the students thinking a little bit beyond the particular quiz or exercise that you've given them. So I absolutely love this. It's such a clean integration. It works so well in a variety of different layouts. And for me, it's like the perfect integration because you're combining that wonderful creativity of Genially with that awesome curative power, right? That curation power that Wakelet has. Bam, AppSmash, magic happens. Now, just on this, I wanted to show you some ideas that I discovered of teachers and educators who are already using this particular AppSmash, okay? So take this, for example. This is a collection that a teacher called Susanna has created, and this is an exercise for students, right? So she's written the objective here. Students will learn about why we cite information, why it's important. Let's be honest, guys, it's a pretty bland subject, right? I mean, what kind of student's going to get really excited about citations? Well, when you combine the magic of Genially with the power of Wakelet, it becomes something completely different. It's an interactive exercise. And then at the end of it, you have an amazing Genially collection that then Genially creation, that then tests the knowledge, right? So sure, you've got all of this stuff up here. You've got the understanding, the instruction, you've got all that knowledge up there. And then this teacher has added a Genially creation there that the students can actually be quizzed on. This is incredible. Look at what we're talking here. We're talking about a complete end-to-end collection that includes instruction, knowledge, learning, assessment, everything all in one place. How awesome is that? So that's one example. Here's another example, right? When we talk about adding context, I love this collection because it just pops. So big shout out to Dan Alima for putting this together, okay? This is an exercise. there's a Genially creation right there, bam. But just to show you that in the wild, in the classrooms all over the world, teachers are finding it so useful to be able to combine lots of different pieces of content together. So you've got that Genially creation there that's completely accessible and interactive, followed by a YouTube video, followed by a link to Canva and Google, followed by an Edpuzzle, which we'll get to later because Edpuzzle also works within Wakelet, and so on and so forth. Look at this. It's almost as though Diana has created this collection to prove our point at how exciting app smashing can be, because you've got a flip grid right there that plays in line. You get to show experiments and share your thoughts and all kinds of stuff. Look how powerful this is, guys. Look how powerful it is. Next, we've got this collection here as well, which I really liked. It's a basic collection about sharing tasks and ideas. Again, you've got the Flipgrid integration there, and you've got Genially. Guys, how cool is Genially? I absolutely love it, because when we look at Wakelet collections, we're talking about how do you engage your class better, right? And it's all about content. It's all about interaction. It's all about having things that pop, that make your students sit up in their seats and actually pay attention. So you've got like an interactive quiz there. That's so cool. And then you've got the other stuff as well. Let's not forget about the things like the Google Docs and the PDFs. But the point is, what would this collection look like without a Genially collection, a Genially creation in it? Not as engaging. Definitely not. So those are a few examples. There are so many amazing ways to use it, but we are going to run out of time very soon. So lastly, what I want to do is show you the template, right? So as part of the AppSmash Festival, we are going to be giving away exclusive templates that allow you to get the absolute most out of the AppSmash that we're promoting, right? So the Genially one is absolutely amazing. You're going to get this at the end of the festival, right? So at the end of the festival, you'll be able to access this. This is a ready-made task around the periodic table that your students can do that AppSmashes Genially and Wakelet. You can edit everything, you can change it, you can make it your own, but it's a ready-made exercise that you can use straight away. Oven baked, as we like to say in the UK. Right, and with that, I'm going to pass over to Kat to take it away because I've already passed my time. So sorry, Kat.
That was so interesting. Thank you so much, Misbah. It's really interesting to see as well, as you've seen how you can integrate Wakelet into Genially. But what I'm going to show you now is also how you can AppSmash the other way around.
Are you about to flip the script on us right now?
I am about to flip the switch on you, and you're about to see how you can do it both ways. So, James, if you wouldn't mind sharing my screen, I'd really appreciate that. Thank you very much. So, everyone, for those of you who don't know what Genially is or not sure what we are, Genially is a digital content creation platform where you can create amazing and awesome interactive learning materials. You literally can create anything with Genially. Okay, so whether that be quizzes, board games, escape games, presentations, infographics, choice boards, literally the idea is that the limits are endless, and you can start by using hundreds and thousands of free templates. Yes, that's free. Genially is a freemium platform, will always be free to start creating, or whether you start from scratch. The idea is that you can create interactive, animated, and as we're going to see, app smashing resources. So just so you can see a little bit of an example of how that works, at least on the left here, this is how I was presented content when I was at school. It's static content. So we've got here a text, we've got an image of a cell, and we've got a YouTube video. So we've tried to make it somewhat engaging for our students, but it's not integrated. So if I was to click on that YouTube video, I'd be taking my learning journey outside of the resource and losing my students to hundreds and thousands of videos and gifs of cats and just things I don't want to lose my students to. However, on the right, we have interactive content. So it's the same content but presented with Genially, okay? So as you can see here, now that same text is presented in a way where my students are becoming active learners. They're becoming the protagonists in their learning, as we like to say here at Genially. You can see as well that it's animated. Okay, so we've got a little bit of light animation coming up. And that YouTube video, which was once just a mere link, is now really nicely integrated into the resource, okay? The great thing about using integration and app smashing is that everything updates in real time, okay? So any changes that are made either in YouTube or in Wakelet, as you're about to see, will be automatically integrated into the Genially and changed for you, okay? So I'm going to quickly show you how that would look like if you were to integrate a Wakelet collection into Genially. Okay, so we have just launched our back to school kit here at Genially. So obviously we're all thinking about back to school, and you will be sent these resources afterwards. But one of the fantastic resources which is available, which is one of our templates, is this presentation about calculations with fractions. Okay, so here we've got a really nice engaging presentation to teach our students and to revise a topic that they would have done in the grade before. You can see here that we've got some really nice learning material here. So it's just a lovely, engaging looking presentation. We've got here as well some practice questions. So this is a really nice new product, a new feature that has recently been released in Genially, which are our interactive questions. So we've got a way to integrate questions into our resource. So if I'm to click preview here, you can see that my students are getting automatic feedback on the content that they're learning. So here you can see they have to select the pie that demonstrates the fraction 3/8. My maths isn't that bad, so hopefully I might be able to get this one correct. And you can see here they're getting automatic feedback on their on the work they're doing. Okay. As we know, most students will finish at different times. They'll go through the learning at different paces. So we might want to include some extension activities. A lot of the time we find that a lot of our users use Wakelet collections to create extension activities, choice options for their students. So I'm actually going to show you how you can integrate a Wakelet extension activity into your Genially. So you can see here that I've got a page. I've got a page here that I'm wanting to add a Wakelet collection to. And I've got my Wakelet that I'm wanting to integrate. Here, thanks, shout out to Alex. Thank you so much for letting us use this today. This is a Wakelet collection with maths options for any early finishers. Okay. If I'm in Wakelet and I just click the share button, and I'm going to go to the embed section, you can see here, there we go. You can see here that we've got the Wakelet collection coming up and some embed options. As always, you've got some options to customize the embed there. We always recommend, if you're wanting to embed a Wakelet collection into Genially, we always recommend you set the fixed height. That just means that your students are going to be able to scroll easier. And then I'm going to go to the bottom and click copy embed code. Click on that, and I've copied that embed code to my clipboard. And then I'm going to go back to my Genially editor. And as you can see here now, I'm back in the Genially editor. I'm going to go to the section which says Insert. And then I'm going to click, I've got 3 options, and I'm just going to go to the Others section. You can see here that the embed code is already there, but I can just Control and then paste that, click Insert. And as easy as that, I have got a Wakelet collection integrated directly into my Genially. So if I click preview, the amazing thing is with AppSmashing is now they will be able to interact directly with the Wakelet collection. So it's in my Genially, in my presentation, but I've got a Wakelet automatically integrated there. Okay. Great thing is you can either do that on the page directly, or I can really nicely integrate that into a window, so an interactive window. So if let's say I want to integrate it into this little resource here, I just click on the little hand with the arc over it, add interactivity, and I go to window. This is a nice new product feature in Genially as well. We've recently made some updates to our window options, so do take a look at those. And we've got some templates, but I'm just going to add a blank one. And in the same way that I integrated onto the page, I can now integrate this Wakelet collection into a window. Okay. Just going to adjust that so it fits the page how I want it to. And I'm going to go back to the page. And now you can see that this time I've integrated it really nicely into a window. Okay, just by clicking on the extension work section. So if I'm not wanting the information to be directly on the page, I always have the option to embed the Wakelet collection into a window, and they can engage in it in the same way they would if it was just on the Wakelet website. So really, really fun. We love app smashing with Wakelet. So I just want to show you some amazing examples, as Misbah did with a couple of other users. I want to show you some examples of two of our amazing ambassadors and how they have integrated Wakelet collections into their Geniallys. Okay. So we're going to start with Carly from Ditch That Textbook. We absolutely love you guys, but they've created an ultimate back to school guide. So if there are any instructional coaches watching here, this is a great one to take as a bit of inspiration. You can see here that they've created a back to school guide for their teachers, thinking about activities they could be doing in those first couple of lessons back in the class. And if we go to this icebreakers section, this is a guide which has been created with Genially. But you can see here that Carly has integrated a Wakelet collection into the Genially itself. Okay, so you've got a couple of ideas of back to school icebreakers and some activities there in a carousel. So that was really, really nice. We've got another example here as well from Christy. Hi, Christy. Just want to say thank you so much for this. And this is from the Mustang High School Media Center. So if we've got any librarians or anything who are watching at the moment, this is a really nice use case as well. What you can see here is we've got a microsite. Okay, so this is something that can either, Genially, because we work with online content, this could either be integrated directly into a website or sent in an email or uploaded onto an LMS, whatever you're wanting to do. But it works as an information center. So you can see here that Christy has created an information for anyone that's wanting to use their resources or their services. And what we've got here are two Wakelet collections integrated really nicely into the resource. Okay, so you can see here that Christy has integrated a reading list, which is really, really nice idea of how you can create a Wakelet collection and integrate it into Genially. And we've also got down here in this digital resources section, a Wakelet collection which says all of the various ways that they can help with the resources throughout the year. Okay. So you've got two really nice examples there of how you can app smash the other way around. So when you're using Genially, how you can integrate a Wakelet collection into your resource to give it that extra dimension. Okay. Misbah, I don't know if you're wanting to chime back in now.
I'm back. That was incredible. Thank you so much, Kat. I love the way that you've totally flipped the script there. You're like, okay, you're gonna embed Genially into Wakelet. Okay, now let's see what we do now. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna embed Wakelet into Genially. So I absolutely love that.
I'm gonna show you the ways you can do it, the various different ways it works.
Yeah, exactly. No, thank you so much. That was incredible. And judging from the audience reaction, I think that the stuff that you were showing was really resonating. And it seems like everybody's super excited to start implementing this AppSmash into the new school year. Remember, guys, that like it's all about multimedia, right? Like when you're sharing things with students, when they are coming off Snapchat and coming off TikTok on their phone, where they're being bamboozled with media and content and images, right? It's really difficult to get students to pay attention and concentrate when the only learning materials that they have are just words on a screen or words on a piece of paper. So the idea of bringing multimedia into the mix is really, really important nowadays. So what I love so much about this AppSmash is it's multimedia like to the next level, right? It's like that you could create a stunning learning experience without even writing a single thing. That's what I really like about it.
Yeah, and the more the ways that we can engage our students, the better, right? And the more ways that we can find, and especially as teachers, what we're always looking for is time-saving options. So the great thing about AppSmash, especially with Wakelet and Genially, is that it works in real time. So anything that you update in Genially will automatically update in the Wakelet collection and vice versa. So any way that you guys as educators can save yourself time and AppSmash, the better.
Exactly. And like I said, it looks like ideas are already being shared in the chat. Thank you all so much, by the way, for joining us. This is just the start of this festival. There are so many more amazing experiences to be had. James has just shared the link in the chat where you can grab your resources for this session and also your certificate. Now, the certificate is really important because by filling in that form, that gives you access to all the exclusive, juicy, good stuff that's going to be happening towards the end of the festival, including a exclusive trial of Wakelet Classrooms. Now, Wakelet Classrooms is a feature that has been out for quite some time now, but it's only available on the education plan. So this is a really good chance for you to give it a try, import your students, start sharing collections directly with them. But the best part is the activities feature is built right in, right? So you can create an incredible activity using the techniques that we just showed with you today and share it directly with your students and then view their progress. It's incredible. It's never happened before on Wakelet, so it's a really, really good opportunity for you to try that out and import your students and achieve some really cool things in the coming school year. So thank you all so much for joining. We really, really appreciate it. Remember that link also means that you will be put into a draw where you will be able to win some incredible swag as well. And I know that, Kat, you're giving away some pretty cool things, right?
Oh, we're giving away some pretty cool licenses. So as we mentioned, Genially is a freemium platform, so it's always going to be free to use. The free version is really robust, but we do have some premium options as well. So we are giving away 5 of our premium licenses in the draw. So please do make sure that you fill in that form, as we'll be giving away those 5 licenses over the next couple of days.
And thank you so much, Stella, for coming up with a completely new phrase that me and Kat didn't come up with. Mutual embeddings. How cool is that?
Oh, I like that.
Embedding, the ultimate app smashing feature. Really good. I like that one, Stella. We're going to be using that in the future to describe perfect partnerships like this. We hope that you enjoy the rest of the AppSmash Festival, and thank you all so much for taking the time out of your day to join me and Kat today. Like I said, follow us on Twitter, follow Wakelet and Genially. We're always doing amazing things with each other and incredible projects and initiatives. And we know that this new school year is always going to be a challenge for you. But we like to think that the shows that we put on, the support that we provide, the loving community that we are part of helps you get through it, right? And helps you come up with really cool ideas that you can use with your students. So I think that's it, Kat. I think that was a very, very successful AppSmash. And
Make sure if you guys end up doing some app smashing with Genially and Wakelet, make sure you tag us on Twitter, make sure you tag Genially and Wakelet, and then we'll look at it and give it some love. So if you end up creating anything, do tag us on it and we'll make sure that we have a look at it, because we really love seeing all the stuff you create.
So enjoy the next show, everybody. And like I said, don't forget to click on that link so you can get your certificate and be entered into the prize draw. Join us on our next AppSmash Festival session. I think we'll share a link. We're going to be sharing something that shows you what the full schedule is. So check that out once the broadcast is ended. But until then, we love you. We appreciate you. We could not do it without you. Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.